Yeah, just be yourself. That's what this is all about. In fact, that's what this life is all about. Just being yourself. That's the way God made us. He made us to be ourselves and not to be like anybody else. You know, the original sin people often think of as Adam and Eve eating of the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden, and that was for human beings the original sin when Eve first ate and then gave to Adam, and he ate of the forbidden fruit. But even before that, Satan himself, who was at that time known as Lucifer, the son of the morning, uh, was the chief musician of the Lord. And you can read about these scriptures in Isaiah. But he was beautiful and to do lead the music and worship of the Lord, but he was not content with who God made him to be. He would not just be himself, but he wanted to set his throne up above the throne of God and to be like God, the Most High. And that, I think, is really the original sin of in the universe is the sin of not being content with being who God made us to be, but trying to be like someone else. Like in this case, Lucifer trying to be like the Most High God. Pride entering in, I guess, because, you know, when we're not content with who God made us to be, I guess that's a matter of pride that is trying to take over. But at any rate, so here it was. Uh, then Satan being kicked out of heaven, or Lucifer uh, being kicked out and coming to earth as Satan, or the old serpent, as in the Garden of Eden he was known. He used the same temptation, tried to tempt Eve with the same temptation as he himself was tempted by, I guess you would say, in the sense that he tried to get Eve to be not content with who she was, but saying to her that she would become like God, or like gods if like a goddess or God, if she would uh, eat of the fruit that she was forbidden to eat of, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And so that same temptation, it seems like it's passed down through the centuries and is with us today, that of not being content with who we are, but that of trying to be like someone else, like this, that, or the other person. You know, a lot of times people will say, if I could just be like that person, famous person maybe that has uh, wealth or has fame, has something, uh, some skill that we don't have. We want to say, you know, if I could just be like them. But God wants us to be content with who we are, the unique, special person that God has made us to be. Each of us is a special, unique, individual creation of God. God knows us and loves us and created us in the way that each one of us is created by His loving hand. So, I don't want to prolong this any further, but just thinking of this, let's put competition and pride on the shelf and just be ourselves. Yeah, just be yourself. Be yourself.